not care. Morale over K-pop, period.
Listen, I hate cancel culture, but Taehyung has such a huge following and influence, and him acting this recklessly is actually disappointing, especially since Gaza is in level 5 of starvation.
To all you big back bitches that still eating at McDonald's and Starbucks, fuck you. Free my bitches in Gaza, period.
6+ years of supporting BTS, but I won't support genocide. I'm out.
And unfortunately, as a Korean, it is that deep. It really is that deep.
This kind of disappointment wasn't on my list for comeback after being a fan for years.
Let me just say this straight. If you're here to drop a hate comment or blindly defend your favorite idol supporting genocide in any way, you're part of the problem. Because yes, many of your favorite K-pop idols don't care about Palestine. And there are the idols who have shown real support for Palestine. Like recently, V's collab with Coca-Cola became a hot topic. Why? Because people started calling him out for working with a brand that's on the BDS boycott list for operating in illegal Israeli settlements, like the one in Adarot, which is literally occupied Palestinian land. And what did ARMY do? Instead of thinking for 2 seconds or educating themselves, they instantly jumped into defense mode, harassing people, calling them antis, twisting everything into a fan war instead of understanding why people are hurt. On July 31st, V was revealed as the new ambassador for Coke Zero Korea, taking over after New Jeans, and the company has been called out repeatedly. Remember that ad in Bangladesh where they tried to deflect by saying, even Palestine has a Coke factory? That factory is on occupied land. Now yes, Coca-Cola Korea is technically operated by LG Household and Healthcare. But come on, you can't act like this is some small, isolated deal. V isn't a rookie. He has global influence. His face isn't just selling Coke in Korea, it's getting pushed all over the world. His fans span every continent. So when he partners with a brand like this, it carries global weight. And let's not pretend he's clueless. This isn't 2015. Idols have teams, advisors, internet access. They know what people are saying online. And yet, he still chose to be the face of a brand that many Palestinians and allies around the world are actively boycotting. If that's not a conscious choice, I don't know what is. Meanwhile, look at what Felix from Stray Kids did last year. He showed a Coca-Cola bottle during a live stream, saw the comments, and immediately apologized in the same live.
I'd like to apologize for bringing out the bottle, the Coca-Cola bottle. I do apologize for just showing that on live, and I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. So yeah, I really want to say I'm very sorry for just showing that out. I didn't want to make Stays upset. So I just want to say I'm really sorry for bringing that up, and I won't do it. I won't. Yeah, next mukbang live when I'm eating chicken or if I'm eating anything else, I won't do it. So I'm sorry for making everyone upset.
And this was while JYP had an active Coke deal. He still took responsibility. He didn't hide behind the company or go silent. He owned it. That's what accountability looks like. But suddenly when it's V, everything's excused. He gets to be the ambassador, post about it like nothing's wrong, wear a hat on Instagram, and his fans will bend over backwards justifying it. Same fans who threw a fit when Junkook drank Starbucks, which, yes, is also on the boycott list. And let's not forget the McDonald's fries V posted last year that caused him to lose more followers in a single day than any other K-pop idol. It's a pattern. And don't hit me with the "they don't know" excuse. Please. They know. They just don't care. And that's the problem. What's worse is how fans are reacting, spewing hate at Palestinian kids online just for calling this out. That level of ignorance and cruelty, it tells you exactly where their priorities lie. They're protecting millionaires with no moral compass. And don't try to act like, oh, he's just endorsing for Korea. That's such a tired excuse.
Right, so on this point, if you do some reading, there's the BDS movement, and then there's another one I'll share like screenshots. Coca-Cola does profit from Israel. Coca-Cola operates within Israel. It's not just because they're distributing the drinks. They have a factory in an occupied land that has been taken over by Israel that was once part of Palestine. They are profiting off of Israel's cleansing of the Palestinian people. That is why we're now boycotting Coca-Cola. They have a factory, they produce a wine within the Israeli settlement that is made in Israel now. That was once Palestine. They are reaping the benefits of Israel's destruction. That is why we're boycotting. And people keep saying that the Korean Coca-Cola is separate to every other Coca-Cola, but it's all the same company. It's all the same company. The money still goes to the same people at the top, the same people that make the decisions on where to like set up these factories. So any support of Coca-Cola or like any drinks made by Coca-Cola are supporting Israel and giving money back to Coca-Cola.
Even Koreans are offended by this.
And unfortunately, as a Korean, it is that deep. It really is that deep, because South Koreans are very pro-Palestine. And for those that have not seen photos, there have been marches and people wear the flag very loudly in Korea. And the reason for that is because of our history. So for those that don't know, Korea was about to be decimated off of the map because of the Japanese imperialism and all that stuff. So Japan went to Korea to kill all the people, to kill the culture. And one fun fact is that Japan killed all of the native breeds to South Korea. And the only breed that they left to keep alive is the Jindoke, the Jindo dog, and it's because it looks like the Shiba Inu. That's the only reason why the Japanese people were okay with letting it live. But every other breed was killed completely. But they don't exist anymore. And a lot of Korean culture, it doesn't exist anymore because of what Japan did. So Koreans are just natively, instinctively pro-Palestine. And for them to be supportive of Zionism is unfortunately also them being okay with being aligned with Japanese imperialism. And that cuts deep.
His influence isn't limited to borders, it's global. When he endorses something, it matters. That message gets seen everywhere. So stop pretending it's harmless. Let's talk about Lisa. So, while scrolling through X, I saw something that really made me pause. Apparently, Lisa's mom once liked a comment saying, "I love Israel." And while I couldn't find the original like anymore, the replies underneath it were flooded with support for Palestine. That kind of tells you what probably went down, but that's not even the most concerning part. Let's talk about her boyfriend, Fredrick. This man isn't just some random rich dude. He and his family are Zionists. They've reportedly donated hundreds of millions to Israeli military forces, the same ones bombing Gaza, Lebanon, Yemen. And this has been going on long before October 7th. Now listen, I'm not here to tell anyone who to date, but when you choose to be with someone who is actively funding genocide, that says something about your values. Lisa's not a rookie, she's a grown woman. She knows what's going on. There's a difference between being part of a broken industry where brands and corporations are tied to shady politics and choosing to stand beside someone who's complicit in that violence. Lisa is insanely talented, no doubt, but dating a Zionist billionaire while your fans, many of whom are Muslim, Arab, or pro-Palestinian, are mourning genocide? It's beyond tone deaf. It's damaging. And no, not listening to her new music won't magically stop a war. But staying silent and pretending it doesn't matter, that's how these things keep getting normalized. We need to stop letting fame excuse complicity. And while we're here talking about Palestine solidarity and holding idols accountable, some fans were quick to defend her, saying she sold her entire closet just to support children in Gaza. But let's clear that up real quick. That's not entirely true. If you check the original Kpop article, it clearly states that part of the proceeds would go to Good Neighbors. Good Neighbor, which is an international humanitarian organization that works in over 50 countries, including Gaza and Myanmar. So no, the closet sale wasn't solely or directly aimed at Gaza, and as fandom trying to make it and use this as defense. And that's not me dragging Lisa. Charity is charity, and it's great she did anything at all. But it's important to not spread misinformation just to protect idols or win arguments online. Some fan bases are twisting things to act like she's a one-woman aid organization, and it's just not true. Let's keep it real. This whole Lisa sold her closet for Gaza narrative didn't just come out of nowhere. A lot of fans started pushing that to distract from the fact that she's dating someone from the Arnault family. Yeah, the same Arnauds who have been called out for supporting far-right politics in France and having open Zionist ties. Comments like, "Wow, such a kind heart," were popping up everywhere. Like that one charity sale just magically erased her association with one of the richest and most politically powerful Zionist families in Europe. Again, this isn't about canceling Lisa or saying she shouldn't date who she wants. But let's not act like charity suddenly wipes out accountability. You can praise her for donating and question who she aligns herself with. Both things can exist at the same time. Then we've got Katseye, the group that once got praised for subtly showing support for Palestine, then seen chilling at Disneyland with Scooter Braun. Yeah, that's Scooter Braun, the same dude who openly bragged about being a Zionist. And oh, here's a pic of him smiling next to Netanyahu like it's casual brunch. And it doesn't help that he's Hybe America's CEO either. Comments like, "I don't care if you're not a fan of Katseye, but if this doesn't make you even a little uncomfortable, disappointed, or just straight up angry, then seriously, it's time to reevaluate. You can't follow pro-Palestinian pages one day and then hang out with people who support genocide the next. Pick a side." Palestine or genocide. There's no middle ground here. Their fanbase even had to drop a whole announcement. Reminder regarding the current Hybe boycott. Since katseye are under Hybe, we urge icons not to participate in tonight's pre-orders. Instead, show support through fan projects that don't give money to Hybe. This isn't just about one group or one CEO. It's about accountability. K-pop is global now, and that means the fans are watching and we will call it out. And this has been going on for a year now. Lesserafim YUNJIN got dragged just for holding a cup of Starbucks coffee last year. Some fans were quick to jump in with, "Educate yourself, this is disappointing, and how are you going to change the idol industry when you can't even boycott?" That last one's a reference to her debut teaser where she said she wanted to change the industry. But Yunjin isn't the only one who got flamed for Starbucks. Enhypen Jake drank it on livestream and had to apologize. Somi used a Starbucks tumbler in a TikTok and got heat. Even BLACKPINK's Jisoo had people commenting on a picture of her holding a Starbucks tumbler from last year. On the flip side, there are a few K-pop idols who've actually spoken up for Palestine. And honestly, that takes guts given how risky it is in the industry. BM from Card made a heartfelt post on his birthday saying, "While I'm able to celebrate another birthday, there are too many innocent people in Gaza losing that privilege. Please pray for all the lives lost and the lives desperately seeking an end to this." Fatou from Blackswan also deserves huge respect. She's one of the few idols who directly addressed the situation during a live stream. When a fan commented, "Free Palestinians," she didn't hold back. She said,
"Yes, of course, Palestine. Like any decent human being would want that. Any human being that has a heart would want that."
Then there's EXO's Suho, Loona's Chuu, Kwen and more, who joined a fundraiser last year, the Green Heart Bazaar, raising money for Palestinian children. This was during a time when the mainstream media was still calling it the Israel versus Hamas war, so for them to step up took real courage. Suho even went a step further and posted a story encouraging donations for the kids in Gaza. While some fans called it the bare minimum for someone of his fame, others saw it as setting a strong example that more idols should follow. And let's not forget Jay Park. He wrapped up one of his concerts in Indonesia with Free Palestine chants, loud and proud.
Free, free Palestine! Louder! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Thank you, PJF. You have been beautiful tonight!
At the end of the day, fans are asking for basic humanity, to avoid platforms and people who profit off of oppression. And can we please stop harassing fans who speak up against this? If your fave is benefiting from global success, from global fans, then global issues matter too.